Sharon Tan. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our new Masari colonists. Please help make sure they are comfortable ones, and let's all celebrate yet another sign of our continuing progress.
Gil's been asking if you can come by. Suvi, that woman on the Nexus, she's a widow of one of my pilots.
The people you were training to explore the Scourge?
Zoe's wife was lost out there. For a fellow pilot, one does the right thing.
Like making sure her widow's got enough credits.
It's the least I can do. The most is conquering the Scourge once and for all.
The Moshae said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
I can imagine how terrifying that was for a child.
What frightened me was seeing how helpless my parents felt. All our leaders were confused and fearful. The terror made us hesitate. That's when the Ket struck. They'll try the same with you. Be ready. I don't sell it. You don't need it.
Gracie, you're back. Are you alright? You look alright.
The Angaran antiseptic.
Pathfinder.
Oh, so
Moshe said you'd want to hear my experience, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
You can't have been more than a child when that
I was old enough to know we'd be the same.
After what Eos was like.
X is just another word for how the Keg kill us.
And if you're wrong? If I'm realizing it?
I saw a Ket up close when they attacked. It was nothing like our people.
The Ket weaponize their victims to make you hesitate.
And when the Ket begin to exalt your people, what will you do then?
Thank you for that. Insight, Pathfinder. The issue facing us is complex. Come, my friends. Deliberate with me.
Not now. I'm calculating the antioxidant content of this irrigation system.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival?
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
Now I know why my arrival had everyone on edge.
When I saw you walk with Paran through our city, I hoped that the guards would kill you. I will never trust outsiders again.
It's difficult to focus with you hovering over me. When I signed on to the initiative, I thought I'd be building museums, not enjoying an alien culture.
I came to establish communities.
You did it. Infiltrated the Archon's vessel and returned victorious.
And saved one of our lost colony ships from the Ket.
You're getting a taste of the war we fought for decades. With the relic in your possession, you'll be able to find Meridian and answers. I envy you.
Any ideas on how we stop the Ket for good?
The real question is, how do we define victory over them? Complete eradication? Unlikely, costly, and morally dubious. Drive them away? How? What stops them from returning?
Peaceful coexistence doesn't seem to be an option.
There's much we still don't know. The Ket are not a simple problem. We can't reduce them to a simple solution.
I'd like to know more about you.
What about me intrigues you?
You're an expert on several topics. Remnant, Ket, stuff I don't even know exists.
All true. Why? Do you want to be my student?
Is that an option? Because I didn't train for this job. At all.
Yet you do it well. There are two kinds of knowing. What we take in from the universe, and what's already inside us. You have the essentials figured out. The rest you can learn as you go.
You and my crewmate have a close relationship. Any advice? Hints?
He talks in his sleep. Worth it for the look on your face. Jarl is a dear and hopeless former student. He has a good spirit. You're lucky to have him, that's all.
When the Ket are gone, if we fix all these worlds, what do the Angara want?
Depends who you ask. We're individuals. Paran will continue spreading hope and optimism. I don't know what Ephra will do without an enemy to fight. Retirement won't suit him. As for me, maybe I'll just fade away. That's what people do when they're no longer needed, right?
Thank you, Moshai.
Ishare.
Ambassador. I trust our people had a smooth transition to Aya.
The Angara have been gracious. Everything's going well.
Good. Keep me updated. Tan out.
I've never lied to a director before. Pathfinder, it's a pleasure. I'm Ambassador Riala, Chief Diplomat for the Initiative on Aya. I was removed from Cryo specifically for this. Quite the wake-up call.
I know what it's like, jumping out of the cryopod and into the fire.
You've had it far worse. My condolences on your loss. I hear you're to thank for our new ties with Aya. This is our best shot at an alliance. Now we just need to keep our people from wrecking it, no matter how hard they try.
If something's wrong, I need to know.
Maybe you can help me fix it. A Solarian botanist named Sorvis Len is here, learning how to improve our crops. He sent an urgent comm, saying a member of the Angaran resistance had threatened him.
What happened?
I'm not sure. Sorvis is an excellent scientist, but not the best communicator. I'm concerned this could escalate if someone doesn't look into it, but I don't have the staff to spare.
I can go settle things. I'm a friendly face for both sides.
That would be helpful. With any luck, we can prevent this from getting worse.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
I can't work under these conditions. What does it take to be left alone?
Ambassador Riala sent me to check on you. You reported that someone in the Resistance threatened you. Tell me exactly what happened.
I didn't know Riala was sending the Pathfinder. I deserve no less, of course. I was measuring the photonic dispersal from the canopies when some random brute interrupted me. I asked him to move, and he got nasty. Said it was my fault his friend was dead. Ridiculous.
That's a weird thing to say. How'd he threaten you?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it was the big gun he was carrying? He got right up in my face and compared me to a cat. He wanted to kill me. I could see it in his eyes. The whole conversation made no sense. I think he was inebriated.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but dial it down. We're guests here.
Exactly. We shouldn't have to put up with this. When he left, I tagged him with infrared dye from my sample kit. Invisible to the naked eye, but not to a scanner.
I'll scan people around the Resistance headquarters, see if I find him.
You're supposed to represent our interests on Aya. Go, represent. I have work to do.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Very reassuring.
Good to see you. Wish I could join in down
I
there.
detect the infrared dye Sorvis Len used to mark the person who threatened him.
That's our...
I know why you're here. The botanist. You want an apology for what I said to him.
You wrongly accused him of getting someone killed. Threatened him for no good reason.
Threat? That's not what happened.
What did?
Aya isn't big enough to give everyone a home. We each live here a short time and then move on. For someone to come, another must go. The exchanges are chosen at random. We call this arrangement the Vassal. Time of change. It worked well. Until now.
You lost someone you cared about. Was it because of the Vassal?
That's one way to see it. When our leaders agreed to make a place for your people here, it came with a cost. My friend won a place on Aya, but he sold that slot so one of you could stay here instead.
Sold it how? What did he get?
Comforts for his family, resources to improve their home on Haval. He always put others before himself. That's how he died, fighting Ket on Vold. When I found out, I was angry. Said things to your botanist I shouldn't have, but I'd never hurt your people.
He thinks you want him dead. Tell him what you just told me, and let's move on.
Thought I was clear the first time. Maybe his translator malfunctioned.
I'll talk to our ambassador, see if we can minimize our impact on your Vassal.
We don't expect things to be easy. Only that you understand, nothing is free for us.
Welcome back. Any news on what happened to Sorvis Len?
Do you know about the Vassal? The Angaran lottery that decides who gets to live on Aya.
I've heard of it. Why?
Angara are selling their slots to come here so our people can stay in their place. Including a member of the Angaran resistance. He was killed on Vold. Wouldn't have happened if he'd been here.
No one told me of this arrangement. Oh, we have to do something.
We could let Angara who give up their slots live on the Nexus. It's safer than Vold.
Exactly what I was thinking. No one should suffer on our behalf. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll forward your proposal to Director 10 immediately.
That's all for now.
I'm here if you need anything.
Indulge in a little luxury. Haribo fresh from the
Pathfinder.
vine.
Giles said he wanted to see you. Hey, Joel. Didn't mean to scare you.
What? I'm not scared. One second.
What's going on in here? You look busy.
If I'm busy, my mind is occupied with whatever I'm working on, rather than worrying.
I can see how that'd help.
I'd like your advice on something. I'm making gifts for everyone. I have a list.
Gifts?
Do Turians like poetry? For Vetra, I'm writing a poem and engraving it on... I'm not sure yet.
Who doesn't like a personalized poem?
Great. Maybe I could just recite it for her.
Make sure I'm there for that.
Liam seems to like my Rofjin. I could craft a ceremonial Angaran dagger for Drac.
Who wouldn't want that?
It's mainly decorative. Would you like one?
Joel, this is a lot of work. What's really going on?
I'm sure that I seem confident and to you, but I'm not. Or I don't feel like I am.
I feel like that a lot.
Good to know. Yes, thanks for sharing that.
Just be yourself.
My family is well known. Our lineage is respected, and many of my kin have achieved great things. I've never been one of them. So many older siblings and cousins who succeeded at everything. I stopped trying to keep up.
Right.
Thanks for listening.
You're not in anyone's shadow here. I believe in you.
Sorghum, some Krogan hero.
Hero? More like a lucky idiot.
Maybe they named the system after him because of the nebula. That bit there looks like a Krogan.
I don't know. I see it.
Now orbiting Gadara.
You're lucky to be alive.
It'll take...
Good news, Doctor. Got your formula.
You have no idea what this means to me.
It was nothing.
I couldn't sleep knowing I was responsible. But it's safe now. Thank you, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Looks like those exiles stole tech from the port. We should be careful. scavengers will be reasonable. This must be the hideout of those hackers who attacked Sam. Everyone, remember, these people think their virus worked. Sam's gone, and I'm on their side.
If only.
Problem, Drac?
You know I don't like that widget in your head. You'd be better off without it. But that's not my decision, or the hackers. They don't get to win.
Private channel only once we're in, Sam.
Welcome to our sanctuary. I'm Catherine Nye, Knight to my colleagues. I wrote the virus that freed you from Sam.
I don't know how to thank you.
I'm sorry your father did this. The initiative's use of AI could doom us all, and you were the first to suffer.
The disconnect was surprising. You could have asked me.
How could I be sure you would answer, not Sam? I saw the folly of merging humans and AI in the Milky Way, a Black Ops project called Overlord that created a monster. Many died. My son was hurt, and the young man used as a host was consumed. Every Pathfinder risks the same fate.
I'm glad to be free, but Dad designed Sam to work with a human mind.
The Corians designed their Geth machines to sweep floors, and they became an unstoppable army. A super-intelligent AI understands our world very differently. Anything might provoke it. Nothing could stop it. Excuse me, I have work to do. Unless you have questions.
I shouldn't keep you.
Thank you. Don't worry about Sam reconnecting. Our AI detector is always watching.
That's good to know.
The virus was a beginning. I'm about to make sure the initiative never repeats its mistake.
Pathfinder, it's unlikely an AI detector could discern our private channel. However, this may not be true for your scanner.
Knight's planning something big. That's not good.
She's dangerous. Let's find out what's up. Discreetly. My scanner tripped the AI detector.
I can mask this as an error, but future pings might draw attention.
Maybe there's another way to find out what Knight's planning, if she gives us enough time. It's a schematic for a blue box?
A quantum computer. They serve several purposes, including creating AI.
Looks like Knight's personal console. Sam, can you get into it?
Yes, but my access will trigger the AI detector. You'll only have one chance.
Okay, let's wait until we know what we're looking for. The AI detector picked up the scan. That'll be hard to explain away. We need to be certain what to look for first.
Oh, welcome. I'm Laveria. I'm so glad Knight's virus worked. Do you need anything?
It sounds like Knight is taking all this to the next level.
I really couldn't say. She and her son Alen are taking care of that.
See you later, Laveria.
All right. Bye.
Damn it.
You must be Ryder. Alain. My mother's in charge around here. But you're a celebrity. Sorry I can't show you around. I'm stuck sitting here for a few more hours.
Is something wrong?
I'm fine. Just good old Project Overlord. Still kicking me when I'm down. When Mom has... Nope. Can't talk about that. Do you need anything?
If it's all right, can I ask why you need all these machines?
I had a serious infection in my nervous system. I used spinal implants to walk and, bathroom stuff. But while my mother was working on Project Overlord, my implants got hacked. They still work. I just have to sync them a few hours a day.
I've got to go.
You know where I'll be.
Pathfinder, I believe we can fix Alain's implants. I have schematics for an appropriate device. It will require time and resources.
Or I could start scanning, but that's risky.
Gil's been asking if you can come by.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Malay, I put a little something together. This should help fix your implants.
Are you serious? Yeah. Yeah, I can feel my nerves waking up. When Mercury goes down, Mum will lose her mind over this. Thank you.
No problem, Malay. Your mother seems to have plans.
Mum's always got plans. A big one's coming up.
Nothing else you can tell me?
Sorry. Mercury is sensitive stuff. I wish I could.
Anything you can tell me about Project Overlord?
Black Ops guys trying to make a VI-human hybrid. They hired my mother as a programmer. They told me I was a candidate for the human part. And, hey, not like my body was doing me any favors. But my implants got hacked, and Mum said we're leaving. Lucky me. Overlord went downhill fast.
I've got to go.
Thank you again.
Mercury. Sounds like a code name for whatever Knight's doing.
This will enable me to find any relevant data quickly.
Let's search Knight's console and see what she's up to.
Security protocols breached.
Bring up anything tagged Mercury.
Files found. Mercury. A strike to prevent any future AI by destroying all quantum computers on the Nexus.
Damn it. You could use those computers to create AI, but right now they run half the station. A lot of people could die. We need to stop Knight, now.
Pathfinder, the AI detector has been triggered. Hostiles approaching.
We were trying to...
A military-grade EMP device, normally used to damage electrical equipment.
Blueprints for the computer network on the Nexus. So we don't know what she's planning, but we know where.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
You want to test me?
Whoa, hey! We're no outlaws. We're
All these caves, it's a smuggler's dream.
That construct was reported stolen by both the Outcasts and the Collective. Hostility likely. This technology is not registered to either of Kadara's factions, Pathfinder. This is the location from the Spender bit, Pathfinder. Anti-vehicular mines ahead. It's best to proceed on foot. Anti-vehicular mines ahead. It's best to proceed on foot.
Outlaws. Maybe friends of Spender?
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Uh-oh. We got company!
That's not company! That's the Pathfinder!
Spender must have blabbed. Let's get out of here!
Quick,
An
get on the shuttle!
undocumented mineral has been detected, Pathfinder.
Hurry up!
What the? No, wait! Don't leave us!
The shuttle left without
us.
them.
Of course he did.
What the hell do we do now?
I guess we fight.
They hit Petra! So Spender's been sneaking goods from the Nexus to these exiles. Why?
This Arone seems concerned about something hidden in Spender's apartment on the Nexus.
Arone, I've tangled with that crook before. What's he doing with Spender?
The datapad mentions a scrambler, which would explain the state of the file in the security archives. I highly recommend finding it.
So, find the scrambler, nail Spender. Check.
Intel's been asking if you can come by.
Now orbiting Kadara.
Ryder, this is Kandros. Sam warned us about Knight's attack. Unfortunately, one device triggered already. We lost a chunk of hydroponics.
Sorry, Kandros. I had to help someone out. Where's Knight?
We're tracking her down, but those devices are still live. I need you to take care of them, quietly.
The Asari Ark has been recovered in deep space after nearly being
Son of a bitch, you played me.
Knight?
Yes, me. I let you near my son. You're not stopping this.
A violent illness related to cherry-like fruit brought back from Habitat 7 has authorities baffled. Multiple passengers are still in quarantine. This is HNS.
All personnel be advised, Turian call.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Ryder, please. The Nexus doesn't need those computers. But we won't be safe from another Overlord until they're gone.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do. I sacrificed everything to stop it.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Ryder, we cornered Knight, but she's carrying the last of those devices. I have a sniper ready, but she wants to speak to you. We could end this peacefully.
Arc Lucinia advises, stasis revival protocols are proceeding. Arc Parchero advises that power consumption is not...
An expedition to Eos in the Pythia system has discovered a mysterious facility that authorities are calling a vault. Though not much yet is known about the underground structure, it's believed to be remnant in origin. Noted Asari scientist Pelisaria Basale.
What we activated in the vault drastically improved the atmosphere on Eos.
This is HNS.
Kandros reports the sniper is ready.
Understood, Sam.
Sam. Such a human name. But you murdered my colleagues. God only knows what happened to my son. Nothing in you is human now.
I'm still me. But when I'm partnered with Sam, I can do superhuman things.
I wonder which of you I'm talking to. Do you even know? I'm sorry. It won't let you see. But you're the beginning of the end. Ella, I'm sorry.
We ask that you refrain from picking foliage in the Nexus Commons area. The consumption or sale of any plant specimens is strictly prohibited by hydroponic regulations.
Pathfinder?
Hello, Pathfinder.
The Turian Ark has been found, but the Turian Pathfinder
Sam, anyone nearby?
Negative, Pathfinder. The vicinity is clear of all personnel. There is a blank spot in your vicinity, Pathfinder.
What do you mean?
I cannot...
Wait, is that what I think it is?
That model ship was declared missing from inventory 6 months ago. Pathfinder, are you putting the box back?
Finders keepers.
Interference is preventing scanner function. You will need to rely on more basic means to search these quarters. The datapad is password locked. Shall I run a decryption?
Seems worth the risk. Do it.
Accessing audio logs.
Play the first one.
Tan is starting to get along with Vetra's replacement a little too well. Better do something about it.
Play the second one.
Remind Addison that the Krogan all left. Keep her unhappy.
Play the third one.
Stay away from what's-his-face in charge of the first colony. If he thought I was messing with Addison, he could be serious trouble.
Thanks, Sam.
Meeting notes for Director Tan. Engineering has requested resources we don't have yet again. In particular, repairs to non-essential systems. I'm having doubts in Kesh's ability to prioritize tasks appropriately.
How to rise through the ranks and the path to quick promotions. Rebreather components, power cells, dried food.
Scanning the labels, many of these boxes were reported missing.
Take a memo from Director. Sure glad I went to school for this. Thanks for nothing.
You're listening to HNS, your source for news in Helios, an independent arm of the Andromeda Initiative. Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
Pathfinder, what can I do for you?
Pathfinder business. Stay calm and trust me when I say this is serious.
Calm and serious. Check.
I found this thing somewhere on station. I need to know what it does exactly.
Sure, I could... Wait. This is a scrambler unit. These things are illegal. Where did you get this?
I've been investigating Spender. Found it in his quarters.
I knew something was up with him. Such an asshole. I hope you fry him.
Help me do it?
You bet. You could hack through every security wall we have of this thing. There's a reason they're illegal. Sorry. Calm and serious. Deep breaths.
Let me know when you're done.
Yes, ma'am.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Protocols are proceeding. Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power grid adjustments must be approved beforehand. Top scientists have few answers, as the dark energy anomaly known as the Scourge limits travel and communication in the cluster. This is HNS. An expedition to Eos
Drac said he wants to talk to you.
Ryder, I need your help with something.
Okay, out with it. You've clearly got something on your mind.
One of our botanists' heart called up in a panic. A colony transport has been stolen.
It's a transport. Can't you just replace it?
It's not the what's on it. Our seed vault. One of a kind. Without that vault, things get complicated. Krogan children need in those plants to survive. When one clutch of babies hatch before we get the stuff synthesized, the effects would be permanent.
So what do you need from me?
And those thieves and get the vault back. Be nice to have you along.
Of course I'm in. Whatever you need.
I knew I could count on you. Hark's waiting for us at the colony on Eladon. He's tracking down the transport beacon. He'll have the location ready for us on arrival.
Good. We'll find the transport track. Don't worry.
I'll hold you to that, Ryder. Hey. Thanks. I owe you one.
I'm not worried. You're good for it.
Hey there.
Hey yourself.
Question for you. When all this craziness is over, you think you'll have kids?
Why's that on your mind?
Jill, the best friend I mentioned while I was thrashing you at poker. She's starting the initiative's first repopulation effort at Prodromos. It's all she can talk about. Thinking, at the end of the day, this whole thing, the Andromeda Initiative, we're basically a spawn.
Those of us lucky enough to live through this.
Exactly. And there aren't that many to start. We're a disaster or two away from not having enough numbers to survive. Jill's right. At some point soon, we better get busy making babies.
True enough.
Who knew this thing was just a glorified dating service? Eesh. The biological imperative is kind of a bummer.
So, you want to have a child of your own?
I don't know. That's never been a thing for me. You know me. Whatever my gut says in the moment, I do, and I don't look back. My mom says that's how my dad was. I wouldn't know. His gut moved on before I was born.
I had no idea. It must have been hard.
Hey, I turned out all right. He did his part, brought me into the world. Maybe that's enough. Thanks for talking, Ryder.
We're on course.
There you are. I was wondering, when you found this, was anything strange? Out of place?
I didn't really have time for a detailed investigation. Why are you asking?
Because a few hours ago, we received this.
Hello, Ryder. I don't think the Solarian Ark was captured. If you want to know more, meet me at these coordinates.
That's all. Do you think it's some sort of hoax?
Now that I think about it, a Ket armada just stumbling across the Solarian Ark seems a little convenient.
Coincidences do happen, though when you put it like that. I'll put the coordinates for this meeting in the nav computer. I suppose there's no harm in making sure.
Got a minute? I could use a favor.
Sure, what do you need?
I kept thinking about Sarissa, my not being a Pathfinder. And the thinking turned into a project on Eos. Can you help me finish it?
What kind of project?
I'll put the nav points in the helm. Come along and I'll show you.
Temperature at the Paradise is currently 32 degrees Celsius, Pathfinder.
That's quite a change. The vault really did its job.
Hey there.
What can I buy?
Well, well, look at you. I'm good at reading people. Want me to guess who you are?
Shoot.
A Pathfinder.
Impressive.
How do you know?
I cheated. I run salvage to Kadara. Word travels fast there. Should hear what the Collective is saying about you.
Well, now I'm curious.
I won't repeat it, for your sake.
Take it easy.
Always do.
How's it going? Need something?
You have a pretty good attitude for a place like this.
I've got nothing to complain about. I'm rich and no one messes with me. Most powerful woman on...
Yeah?
I don't mean to brag, but absolutely.
What else is here?
Woman, not a tour guide, but I'll tell you what I know if it suits me.
You get along with the Krogan?
Everyone comes to Eladin with the dream of leaving, except me and the Krogan. Their colony into a sinkhole. Smart. Keeps it cool enough for them, I guess.
They have their own water?
Unfortunately for them, no. But Mordor and I get along well, so far.
Who lives on this planet?
Desperate folks, mostly. Misfits, some. Those that can't get along in the regular world. Or people willing to make a profit off that desperation.
Like you?
Careful, sweetheart. You want to keep me on your good side. There's a place they call the Flop House, eastish of here. Den of murder and misery. You should pay it a call.
What can you tell me about that derelict ship?
Ah, you came here to get killed, did ya? Scavengers are trying to pull it apart, is all I know. I don't go near their claims. They shoot on sight.
I'll look around.
New armor, well-maintained weapons. I take it you're not one of the locals.
You've been trained to spot this.
One of the reasons Ania hired me. I know whose good side to get on.
What's your boss like?
She gave me a job and a place to live. I'm grateful to her for that.
But?
She's not easy on your kind. I've seen her deny them water based on nothing but her mood. She didn't live on Kadara like I did. All she's seen is the exiles on Eladin. It's enough to turn anyone against outsiders, but I like seeing people suffer. Even exiles.
So you work for the water merchant?
I designed the filtration systems. Now I keep them from breaking down in the heat.
You're an engineer.
Of sorts. On Kadara, I designed defense systems for the settlements. Specialized in hidden traps to use in the dark. I can't continue that work here.
Why?
The sun never goes down on Eladin. No nighttime. Just constant blazing daylight. It's why the Paradise does so well.
Water isn't the only commodity. We have shade.
How do you end up here?
Same as anyone. I was desperate. Ran up a debt on Kadara and needed to escape. I have to say life isn't bad here. I move between the Paradise and New Tachanka, keeping the water tanks running. Sometimes I even go to the flop house to buy extra parts from the scavengers. They respect me there. Still, I miss the exciting stuff. Felt like I was making a difference when I built defense systems.
I should get going.
Careful out there.
You've survived the gang leaders' worm so far. I'm impressed.
What's your take on Eladin?
If the worm or the gang leaders don't kill you, the heat in Ataraxia will. I don't know how anyone can live here.
Somehow, they make it work.
Barely. At least once a trip, an escaped slave or ex-cultist tries to bribe me for a ride out of here. Except the Krogan. I've seen New Tachanka. We'd all be lucky to have a setup like theirs.
You said you run salvage to Kadara? How does that work?
The scavengers come from Hell's Promise to sell me their scraps. I pay them next to nothing.
Charming. Then what?
I haul my loot to Kadara and sell to the merchants. Sloane takes her cut, naturally, but mostly I make a killing. Sometimes I even buy water from Ania and sell it at a premium in the flop house. It's a solid life.
If you say so. You must deal with the scavengers a lot.
No more than I have to. Slavery, cannibalism, gang leader worship. It's enough to make my skin crawl.
I plan to keep my distance.
Smart. But it's not just the gang leaders. The ones in the Paradise are dangerous too. This is supposed to be a neutral zone, but I don't trust the scavengers to follow the rules.
Ever work with a guy named Reyes?
Reyes? He's one of my buyers, actually. You know him?
We've met.
I'm not surprised. Reyes knows everyone. Some a little too well.
Take it easy.
Always do.
What are you looking at?
To be honest, I'm curious about what's going on here.
What's going on is none of your damn business. Keep walking, or I'm gonna shoot out your knees.
I thought the rule was no guns.
That won't protect you outside the gates. If you see me there, you better run.
Pathfinder, is it necessary to engage with this individual? I don't see how it helps our cause.
Right. Let's just back away slowly, guys.
About time.
Ryder, I heard that little exchange. I don't understand it. Wow. Be careful around that one, Ryder. Fascinating.
I bet that's a water storage setup over there.
Not a scavenger, Ryder. Not a scavenger, Ryder. Not a scavenger, Ryder.
The second we're out on the dunes, you're dead.
Wish that goddamn sun would just go away.
Yeah? Think you can win?
They don't know my crawler has...
Did I hear you talking about the Remnant?
Dunno. You an eavesdropping snake?
Been breaking it down to sell. Could make a killing from the pieces.
Ryder? You should check that out.
Push off.
Get out of my face.
Excellent.
I didn't do it. Didn't do nothing.
Okay, you didn't do anything.
Good. Tell them that when they come.
Well, that was interesting.
I'll kill each one of you. See if you get it. Get out of my face. Not doing nothing. Does it seem cooler to you? It's cooler, right?
Went out in the sun and my crawler didn't overheat. It's a damn miracle.
Hark's waiting for us at Vorn's greenhouse. He'll have more info
Nice.
on where the
That thing
transport
got
was
any
taken.
parts?
Got it.
Get out of my face.
Not a scavenger, right?
Area is don't get any closer. Just back off. Back away.
I'll kill each one of you.
That one didn't
See if that
work.
won't.
Try someone else. Got it. I'll add it to my databanks.
Where are you going? Think you're tough? Wait till you meet me on the dunes.
I can't believe how much the weather changed. I think I even saw a cloud. Ania's traded for water with Kadara. Not this much.
What? This is water. It costs as much as 2 shots of Uber's skill.
The second we're out on the dunes, you're dead. What I wouldn't give for a little nighttime.
Does it seem cooler to you?
Nice duds. Better watch your back. There's probably already a dozen people planning to kill you for them.
Good to know. I'll keep that in mind.
Just trying to help. So, what else can I do for you?
What do you do on this planet? Why are you here?
Why? Trying to find out where my claim is?
No, relax.
I do the same as anyone else here. Try not to get killed.
You know a Krogan named Strux?
Nope. But Krogan are hard to miss. Look around.
Where do you live? Where do you sleep?
There's a flop house not far from here. There's always shelter. Maybe even a bed, if someone died that day.
We're done.
Suit yourself.
Step off.
Not a scavenger rider.
Not allowed back here.
Nice gun. Where'd you get it?
Get out of my face.
Heard you killed Klex.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Watch out for the sinkhole!
There'll be scavengers ahead. If the sun didn't get them first.
You're approaching the refuge of Dirk Barrett. We are not hostile. Repeat, not hostile. Please do not shoot.
Don't trust everything you hear out here, kid.
Pathfinder, I'm Dirk Barrett. I speak for everyone you see here. Glad you're hearing me out instead of shooting me in the face.
It never really hurts to listen.
I agree. Most of the people who live here don't, as I'm sure you've noticed. They kill anything that moves, including each other. Long-term prospects for survival? Zero. Me? I haven't lost my mind. I don't want to die. Neither do these people. That's why I need your help.
It may not be wise to help a Nexus exile. The Initiative considers you...
What threat am I to the Initiative? Bear targeted by the neighbors? We just want to self-sufficient defend itself and survive without stealing and killing.
So what's your plan?
First, we need to move. Mall and can't be fortified. Another gang has taken over a base about 20 clicks from here. If you can help us clear them out, I think we'll be good. Thanks, Pathfinder. Anything else you need to know, just ask.
Nothing else right now.
All right.
So, Morta's still pissed off at the Nexus. You'll want to be careful around her, kid.
It's amazing they managed to set up any kind of working colony on this hellscape.
Once the Krogan put their mind to something, they'll get it done.
Move along. No siders.
She's with me, human Pathfinder.
Drac. It's been a while.
Jorgel Struck sent me. I'm supposed to talk with Morta.
So now Strux is friends with the Nexus. Traitor.
Think I'm a traitor too? Shut it, Breck.
I'm not here to step on any toes. I can help you guys out.
You assume we need help. Hey, you guys did your job. Now stand down and let them in.
But Drac.
Didn't I tell you to shut up? I'll spread the word so Morda knows you're here. Good.
Pathfinder must think she's pretty tough.
Saw the worm out there again.
That
They're
thing is
testing you,
huge.
seeing if you'll take the bait.
Isn't it? Make a good rite of passage.
It was an accident. The terminal was...
Hello. I noticed you were listening. Is it because you're a fan of the Krogan genius, Dr. O'Keir? I'm frantic because a terminal with all his research was accidentally sold to a junker.
No? Maybe? What was on it?
His work regarding Krogan physiology and the genophage was advanced. I was his protege. Or, I was acquainted with his protege.
Anyway, it's encrypted, but it would be bad if it fell into the wrong hands. I can give you a nav point and the name of the scavenger I accidentally sold it to.
Send me the nav point and the terminal identification.
Done. I hope it's still on the planet. The junker was aggressive.
Just clean my armor and it's already dusty.
Should have known more
about Araxia. She'll run this place into the ground.
He'll kill you.
Bad karma naming it New Tachanka. The scabs being scabs. You know, I got that Adi myself. Knocked it out, shackled it, and shoved it in my shuttle. Trying to pilot with that thing growling behind you?
Come on. We have to try. Hey, Nexus, back me up. The initiative did cure the genophage like they promised, right?
Not a cure. They've made some good progress.
Barely. There's no point in getting our hopes up.
It's our duty to populate the colony with strong, not more offspring. Am I right?
This is a new life for the Krogan. Anything can happen.
Pathfinder's right. We're starting over.
We've actually got a shot at having a kid now.
Let's continue this discussion later.
Sorry, Pathfinder. No outsiders in the family quarters. Ran into some of those scavengers on patrol.
That's where your gas came from.
Don't tell me. You fixed that leak?
This time, things will be different.
Drac, sir, you're here.
Settle down a second, Hark.
Sorry, this is just more excitement than I'm used to. I tracked the stolen transport to one of Eladon's moons. You need to take your ship. Nothing we've got has stealth.
Let's go.
My coordinates should drop you just close enough to sneak in.
What are we walking into?
A group of Nexus exiles. They're hiding out in an old complex up there.
Nexus Exiles. Friends of yours, Drac?
We made a lot of friends during the mutiny. Guess we'll find out.
Keep our visit a surprise as long as possible.
Until we shoot them all. Right, Ryder?
Yes, Drac. Until we shoot them all.
place is a dump.
Exactly what I'd expect from a pirate hideout.
Yeah, well, you've been hanging around the wrong pirates. They don't even have a lookout on the back door.
Most people wouldn't complain.
Be nice to have some kind of challenge. It's the least they could do, making us come all the way out here to kick their sorry asses.
Over there. Guessing that's the colony's transport.
Yeah, that's it. The seed vault better still be on board.
And if it's not?
I'd tear this place and everyone in it apart until we find it.
It's a plan.
Pirate hideouts. They're a dump no matter what galaxy you're in.
Told you so. You shouldn't have jacked our transport. I've had better fights in my sleep.
I'm sure things will pick up. They always pick up.
That Krogan!
Now would be nice.
Sam, a comm signal.
Aron, we got a problem! Get it together! Stop them!
Wait, did I hear a roll?
Yeah, think Spender's involved?
It'd explain how they got the codes to the transport. Aron, we're gonna have a friendly little chat, you and I.
Looks like someone's holding a grudge.
I'll teach him a thing or two about how to hold it. About time they got organized.
You get way too happy when people shoot at
How about you learn to aim first? You could do better than that. This is just sad. What you're in for.
They're getting better at this.
Says you.
This place really is falling apart.
So long as it doesn't fall apart while we're in it.
Someone's
Over there. I see a path on the other side. Maybe if we move this, we can get through.
They're falling back to the building.
Like that's gonna help.
Hello? Can you hear me out there?
I know that voice. It's our botanist, Vorn.
Pathfinder, Drac, it's you. No wonder the pirates said they need reinforcements.
Why are you here?
I was on the ship doing inventory when the pirates stole it. It happened so fast I couldn't warn anyone.
Right, quit messing around and get down here.
I would, but I had to lock myself in one of the containers to keep them away. Pretty sure they want me dead right now.
Of course they're warming up for liftoff. Huh. We don't have time for this.
Guess they figured out why we're here.
We can't let them get away. Colony's doomed without the vault on that transport.
They're hunkering down. Ready for a fight?
Transport or Vorn? We've got to make a move here.
Oh. Ah!
Drac, focus. This is your colony. What do you want to do?
Without Vorn, the seeds in the vault are useless. We get him first. Vorn, we're headed your way.
Closer.
Back in my day, Krogan asked for permission before they went in and started courting. They didn't just...
Tyrone! Get over here so we can talk.
I don't think so, Krogan. Stealing a transport was just step one. We're gonna destroy everything you care about.
There's only one thing getting destroyed here today, and that's you. And this place. And also your boss. And probably your entire crew. So a lot of things are getting destroyed here, actually, and all of them are yours!
We find Vorn, then the transport, then I deal with the Rome.
You never mentioned Vorn before.
Clan botanist. Kid's real good at making things grow. But he has no survival instincts at all. Miracle he made it to adulthood. Vorn, update. They're just shooting at the door. So far, it's not doing much. I think you're getting closer.
Vorn's comm signal is up there.
I'm in the container on the right. Wait, my right.
Over here.
Let's go. Watch out! No!
Hey, you okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
What were you thinking? Why would you do something like that?
He was going to shoot you.
The colony can survive just fine without me. But without you and what's in your full head, there's no future for our people.
You're always talking like you're expendable, but you're not. We need you. You're not just some old soldier. We know what we lost because you lived it. I need to get some stuff before we go. You talk to him.
Giving everything for your people takes a strong will.
Kid doesn't get I have to put my life on the line sometimes.
Doesn't he have the right to take the same risks for your sake?
Quads, not you. We don't have time. We have a transport to get.
I'm ready to go.
You stay right here. I'm not telling Cash you died like an idiot. Yeah, this'll do.
Incoming!
Hi.
Track, the seatbolt is still on the transport. I hit the locks before they caught me. Good thinking with those locks, Vaughn. Thank you, sir. Don't get too cocky. You still got claws. Yes, sir.
Why aren't they dead yet?
Arone's starting to sound a little desperate.
Yeah, well, it sucks right now.
Sure does.
Looks like a mech suit.
Not gonna be much use to anyone in that condition. You done yet?
I think they're still trying.
Transport! Vaughn, override the controls and keep the docking clamps shut. We'll cover you.
Okay.
Never mind the bounty, just kill them all!
Hard to get a good shot in this rain.
Transport's still there?
For now.
I think they're letting up.
Tanner, we killed them all.
Looks like we spoke too soon.
Finally, something I can sink my rounds into.
They weren't all broken.
They will be soon. Where were they hiding you? One down.
Lots of pirates? Where? I don't see any pirates.
Over here, guys.
So what now?
We find a Rome.
Looks like we're done here.
Don't move.
You,
I'm taking this transport.
Harone, you don't know what you're doing.
I know exactly what I'm doing, Pathfinder. Don't you worry.
I'm not the one you need to worry about right now.
Here we go.
I'll just wait. Oh my god.
Wait. Don't come any closer. It'll affect anyone who isn't Krogan. It's pretty strong stuff.
Time to take out the trash.
My first live specimen test. Doesn't last long, but it sure works fast.
You wouldn't dare! You're just bluffing!
Did you really just say that?
No, wait! No, don't let me go!
We need to know what Spender's up to. Besides, there's gotta be a line somewhere.
Figured you'd say that. Fine. Take him back to the Nexus it is. It's still not nearly as fun as dropping him.
I'll take your word for it.
I'll tell you everything I know.
Shut up, you quadless little shit. We're letting you live. For now. Let's get this transport back to where it belongs.
You're not expendable, Drac.
We are not having this conversation.
I don't know. No harm in hearing him out.
I hate you all. Let me be old and cranky in peace already.
Getting close to New Tuchanka.
Thanks for helping me get the colony transport back, Ryder. Of all the stupid things.
That's life on the frontier for you.
You should have just let me kill Arone. Would have been simpler, safer.
We'd already won. It would have been murder.
Hey, He's a threat to the colony. He has to go. I can't wait to nail Spender to the wall.
He'll be brought to justice, alive, like a roan.
Justice? Last time Nexus Justice just got my people the short end of the stick, as usual. Oh, listen to me, Ryder. You've been around me long enough to realize this. The fact is, I'm a relic, a symbol of the past, when Krogan were bent on destroying themselves. Fighting, killing, it's all I know. For my clan, for Kesh to have a real future, maybe it's best I'm not part of it.
Your clan needs you. And so do I. We need to look out for each other.
You chose my people once already, didn't you? Just remember who you're encouraging.
Look at this place. Look at what we built.
You hear Gorak and his team? Soft, squishy human like you should probably steer clear of the wildlife out there.
You said something about a worm.
Not a worm. The worm. Huge. Invincible. You can't miss it. It pops out of the dunes from time to time. Plows down everything in its path.
Do I have to worry about it attacking?
As far as we can tell, it doesn't care about us, one way or the other. But stay out of its way. It'll barrel right through you, tear you to pieces.
Thanks for the heads up.
Been out of the Sea of Ataraxia? Pretty wild out there.
Mortis says we don't answer to anyone.
C4 in the back.
Welcome back.
Pathfinder, you have new email.
Turian Ark has been found, but the Turian Pathfinder is very... Species are at odds.
Pathfinder, this is Nexus Control. I've decrypted the scrambler you found. Sending...
Good job. Sam?
Received, Pathfinder. The scrambler contains all the evidence necessary to incriminate Spender.
Nexus exiles find a home as former security are implicated in the mutiny. An investigation revealed Nexus security head Sloan Kelly played a role in the uprising that killed dozens. Initiative authorities tracked the exiles, including Kelly, to Kadara, a desert planet in the Gavorkan system. Initiative Director Jaren Tan did not mince words when news of the exile port was made public.
Kadara is dangerous. The exiles are dangerous. Stay away from Kadara. I cannot stress this enough.
This is HNS.
I'm sorry, Lana. They're just trying to boost our morale.
Drac will want to see this.
The initiative has found the Solarian Ark.
I'm worried about this place if the Ket find you.
Then we defend the station. It's all we can do here. You just keep the Pathfinder safe and the Ket busy. And be careful out there. I only have one of you.
We've got everything we need on Spender.
I've been waiting for this moment for nearly a year. Ready?
Let's go confront Spender.
Be nice to bring his head back to Morda on a pike, you know, as a gift.
He's Nexus personnel. Addison and Kandros will decide what to do with him.
Spoil sport.
I didn't have a choice. Aron said they'd kill me.
You helped the mutineers, Spender. That was a choice right there.
All you had to do was ask for help. Instead, you put everyone else at risk to save yourself.
Please, incriminate yourself further. Tell us everything they made you do.
What do you know, Pathfinder? You weren't there during the mutiny.
You're done now, buddy, and with any luck, they'll give you to me.
Everything the Pathfinder's saying is true. Here's the proof.
A scrap with logs and credit transfers to exiles.
This has been going on since the mutiny. He's been altering files, stealing supplies, communicating with them.
We have a confession from Aron, one of the exiles.
Aron. On the record this time. We've been working with Spender since the mutiny. He armed us. And now he keeps us supplied. As long as we keep heat on the Krogan. I don't know why he hates them. But he really hates them.
I can't even begin to fathom the damage he's responsible for.
Like your hands are clean, Kandros? We all wanted the Krogan gone. I just made it easier. The exiles think I work for them, just like you think I work for you. That's what real politics looks like.
Right under our noses. God damn it, Spender!
The Krogan left. Spender played both sides just to get a promotion. You couldn't have seen that coming.
No. No, I was given ample reasons to suspect something. I just chose not to. Tan was on my ass about the Krogan so much, I let myself be blind to Spender.
You're getting a chance to fix this now.
Let's start with taking our side when my clan tries to negotiate a better deal with Tan. You need us, and frankly, we need you.
You're right. I'll back you up. We'll do it right this time.
So? What about him?
Kick him off the station. Let his friends out there deal with him.
What? No, you can't do that. They'll kill me.
Your pirate friends are the least of your worries. Thanks, Ryder. You have no idea how glad I am this business is settled.
Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So yes, after that, the Ket tightened security. I've only just got back.
They must be afraid you're close to figuring out exaltation.
A comforting thought.
So you're finding out the Ket's dirty exaltation secrets?
And, if we're lucky, a way to stop it. I meant to thank you for the star maps.
Oh, of course. I'll be charting the Scourge for a while, though Ryder's data from the vaults is helping.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
You're still looking for stasis pods?
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor, and figure out how to prepare them.
I don't think this is a job you can prepare for. You live it, and do your best.
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
Guess so.
For now, friends, I need your help. The first wine bottled in Andromeda, sent back to the Nexus.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Seemed worthy of our first proper meeting together. If we have a toast.
To our crews, our Sams, and each other. May we always find our path home.
I can't believe how much the Solarians suffered. Is there any monstrosity the Ket won't stoop to? Hager's so nervous about taking over from Reka. I can't blame him, but I'm proof it can be done.
I haven't run into Sarissa yet. Do you know where she is?
I don't. She took her weapons and armor and left without a word.
Will she be all right?
I pray she will. Sarissa has a powerful spirit, but this hurt her terribly. I almost feel sorry for the next Ket she sees.
Good luck, Pathfinder.
Goddess go with you.
Colonial Affairs, please advise Director Tan of your status.
It's just not fair. Excuse me, Pathfinder. I don't know where else to turn. My best friend's been missing since the revolts.
Tell me.
He was involved with a woman who was exiled. She obsessed over him, and I'm sure she kidnapped him. The powers that be don't buy it and don't care. They say most likely he went willingly.
Love can make us do strange things.
He didn't love her. She was just a fling. The Initiative has branded him a traitor. I don't want that to be his legacy. I want to clear his name, Sanjeev Clement. The woman was Delaney Roos. She must have taken him to Kadara.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm in your debt.
Authorities continue work to establish
Pathfinder.
Arclucinia advises, stasis revival protocols are proceeding.
The
Turian Ark has been found, but the Turian Pathfinder, Mason Barrow, was reportedly killed shepherding the Ark planetside. Former Spectre Avitus Rix is now expected to assume the role of Pathfinder. This is HNS.
Can I help you with anything?
I tried.
Free for an interview? I'd like to know more about the Angara. It's not often a first contact goes so smoothly. At least the Angara are more peaceful than the Ket. There's high hopes for this alliance.
The Angara are survivors, and they're willing to help. They'll be great.
Joined your team has a few fans already, but everyone's talking about Aya. Green plants, flowing water. Our leaders have discussed whether we should send colonists there.
If the Angara say yes, I don't see why not.
I wonder who gets to make that call. The Angara don't have much of a government left. Okay, that's... Colonist registration is up since last episode, as is morale. Tan sent this for you. Inspiring, huh?
Hello, this is Director Jared Tan. I would like to extend a warm welcome to all our new Asari colonists.
Nearly being destroyed during a Ket assault.
Please help make their stay a comfortable one, and let's...
Hello? Anything I can help with? Get back to things.
Sounds good.